A little bit low on time, but no panic. And that hit scan is just so strong from, the Lincoln, Sturmy, and wins. 4-3, they have the round advantage now. A nice movement, nice positioning from Lincoln in that round. He knew, his position had been given away, but instead of panicking, instead of diving through, he pulled back, he stalled for time, waited for the recharge on that laser beam to come back up, and just deleted the players. So we're now watching Drizza. He's moved in 15 seconds down on the clock. His position has now been revealed, and some aggression from COLWN. One armor has already been removed. Compliments of wins. He takes a second armor hit, this time round from Lincoln. Is Sturmy going to be able to jump in and finish it off? No, because Lincoln will land the final hot shot. Long range rocket, in fact, from height, just aiming down the barrel. And this puts COLWN onto match point. See you on LAN. 5-3 up, potentially map number 2. And I've got the volume cranked up as high as it will go. Now Sturmy's the next one. He's going to need to jump and try land a shot through this fence. It will not go through the fence naturally. You need to go through the gap. As you can see, he's hopping up, not managing to connect any just yet, but now he's moved around the corner, missing a third shot. Very aggressive from LDLC. They've managed to take out one armor. Now they're going to fall back, so that's a great advantage already, reducing Sturmy's hit points by a third, but a beautiful shot as he jumps across, trying to get in range of that flag. Now Sturmy's the one with the advantage, 2-2. He's got range, and he's got the single shot weapon. He's going to land at that shot, and he lands it in the air. So nice. Waits for the fall when you cannot speed yourself up. Now he does take another hit, so it's 1-1. Is Moment going to save one for the team? 8 seconds on the clock, 7 seconds. Lincoln, the last shot, dodging the laser, landing the rocket to the face. Keeping LDLC in this one. They need the next point to guarantee they don't go out if COLWN win another one, because you do need to win by 2 points. So 6-4 is going to be a map victory, but 5-5 means it gets pushed to 7-5 for the victory. And keep an eye on the timer, guys. If you run out of time and you do not capture the flag before the end of a round, obviously the defenders are victorious. So when the timer starts hitting down 8, 7, 6, etc., you really need to put some pressure. On this map, it favors the defenders because of where the flag is. The only way in is through those gateways. The 3 doors on the front, left, and right-hand side. There is a tunnel in the back side, as well as jumping over the top. But it's very difficult to get into the flag capture zone. Momine is looking for a COLWN player, trying to find somebody to shoot. Capture point is now available for capture. 15 seconds he has to capture this one. He's going to move in. He misses that first shot, and that was crucial, because now 3 COLWN members are going to start to collapse around these doorways. Momine has got 3 seconds on the clock to try pushing. He lands one, eats a rocket to the face. Second rocket manages to dodge. Unfortunately, too late to try to attack, and the defenders end up winning 6-4. COLWN take map number 2. But LDLC are into this now. They've warmed up. They've managed to get into the game. And that was exactly what I was mentioning. That was the timer. Momine just took too long to commit to the fight, just too long to get in there. Map number 3 will be coming up very shortly. So we'll have to see how this goes. Lincoln that time around, 7 points on the board, 7 hits secured, which is really good. Super effective. COLWN used Lincoln. It was super effective. So we're waiting now for map number 3 to load up. This is a best of 5. So if COLWN managed to pick this one up, they will be victorious in game number 1 in the French group. And of course, this is now the seeding, guys. This is, of course, the seeding for the French teams. French first place will come up against international first place. French second place against international second, etc. I can hear that the game has loaded and the game is now live on map number 3. I have no idea what it is, though, because unfortunately, we are looking at the gorgeous French shoutcasters. Mr. Bald and Mr. Beard. That is what their names shall now be known as. And we see the players are in-game. At the moment, we're just waiting to see exactly how this loads up. Who is going to be happening. Try to get Quicks talking to match. I'll try that. That's going to be a bit hard, though. But yes, Mr. Bald, Mr. Beard. So now we're loading up onto Solar Flare. Solar Flare is a map that can go either way. There are wide open spaces as well as narrow choke points. There are so many ways to get to this flag. Every single rock and mountain that you can see around that flag in the castle can be jumped and hopped and skipped to. So players on the attack, you can see Driz up 30 seconds in already, trying to play the slightly more range game, keeping a bit of distance and trying to use that laser to his advantage, dodging the rockets. But attackers, two rockets, one to the face, one to the testicles as he's falling through the air. Down to 15 seconds on the clock. The spam coming out from COLWN is so strong. And great prediction, great locations. You know, the directions. You can see the crossfire. One from the left, one from the right. And that's what's causing Drizzer so much pressure. Wins just walks up to close range as Drizzer jumps into the air, lands the rocket in his chops, and deletes LDLC for round number 1. But there's a lot of ways to play this map. Now we're going to see how Wins is going to do it. You can use the range to your advantage. If you go down that sort of bridge in the center, you can see the choke point, and we see LDLC moving very aggressive. That's Drizzer all the way up front. He's standing against the column. Now Wins is on the low ground, and you've got to be so careful in this game. If you give up that high ground, especially against 3 players with rockets, it's very difficult to avoid the spam. So LDLC, they know where Wins is. There's a couple of spam, and there's those rockets coming out. If you have 2 or 3 directions coming at you with those rockets, it becomes very difficult. Your options to dodge and to juke are severely reduced. 8 seconds before the capture point is available, he lands the first shot. 3 points of armor still available, and there's that boost jump I was talking about. Hopping over from the far right-hand side of the map. Capture point is now available. Close range shotgun laser is going to delete it, and the capture point is collected. It's about a 1.5, 2 second channel. Managed to pick up the win. Really nicely done. The mistake from LDLC was not falling back. The mistake from LDLC, they ran out of time. Capture point was available, and nobody fell back. Nobody sat on that flag to camp it and defend it. And you have to do that in this game mode because the capture duration time is so short. So Momman now is going up on the left-hand side. So we've seen one center, one right. And now we can see the left-hand side of the map being used. Momman instead opting to go up onto this bridge. And I don't know if I like the bridge. I don't know if I like this. Some spam coming through the tree. The laser shot goes off. First rocket lands, this time from Sturmy. It's going to hit him in the head. Reduce 1 point of armor. 2 more hits is going to secure the kill. And a very aggressive push now from COLWN. They like moving up and they like using this wall. And if we see a hop, there's going to be rockets coming over. No jump this time round. Manages to dodge. Close range laser is missed. But look at the concentration. Look at the focus from COLWN. Timer was running down. And every single one of the players dove all the way to that flag capture point. So great awareness. And that is what LDLC needs to do when that timer runs down and when the attacking member is going to be able to capture that point. So Sturmy's now going through the tunnel. That's going to lead him up on the right-hand side of this flag point. You can see there's the indicator on screen. Manages to get away. No vision has been revealed. He spotted one. Is he going to see it? Misses the first shot, and has some very close range rockets. That's all the spam now. He's pushed across the ground. No more sprint bar available. Looking for that jump shot. Jump laser misses this time round. The Italian is trying to find a Frenchman to pick off. Trying to find a target. He's moving in now. One more jump. 8 seconds on the clock. Great positioning from LDLC. They haven't given away their positions, and they're waiting for him to move forward. As soon as he moves forward, we'll have to see that he's going to land the first shot onto Hearts. That's now removed. Capture point available. Dropping down, lands the second one, and he manages to capture that point. So nicely done. Really well played on behalf of Sturmy there. Great shot. I can throw up my camera, guys, but unfortunately, because it's swapping between the overlays and the non-overlays, I think I'm going to leave it off for the time being. Hearts has now moved over to the right-hand side. He's going to be moving back to this bridge, and LDLC really like this bridge. And, it hasn't worked the previous 2 times, so stop forcing it. COLWN have not used the bridge once, and they've won both of their attacking rounds. So we'll have to see, if they can pull this one back. But if he doesn't, great jump shot there. Deletes Lincoln as Lincoln's flying through the air. Trying to play the range now. Trying to keep backwards. Eats a rocket to the head. That's boom headshot. Unfortunately, no bonus damage for hitting him in the head with the rocket, but it's some aggression now from the Frenchman of Wins. He's pushed very close and very forward. Hearts has got 10 seconds on the clock to try and capture. He's moved forward. Yes, very close range laser. That's going to move him now. Sturmy's the last man standing. Trying to play range. Eats one rocket before him being deleted, and that puts LDLC on the board. Hearts, the first member of LDLC to pick up a win, round victory. A little bit of pressure play But you know what? The points are on the board. That's all that really matters. And they need to get more points if they want to stay in this one, because this is, of course, game point. They are 2-0 down in terms of maps and 4-1 down in terms of rounds. And once again, we see a different route being used to what LDLC have been favoring. Lincoln has now gone through that tunnel and up on the right-hand side, following the exact same route that Sturmy followed. But instead of following up and pushing up onto the high ground, he's now trying to play this lower position, trying to set something up. Unfortunately, doesn't land the laser shot, though. Misses his jump and falls all the way down, so now he's given up his height. But this may prove beneficial to him, because LDLC are going to expect him up high. They're going to expect him to be in a position where he can use that laser, not sneaking up. As I say that, though, now his position's been given away. 13 seconds, beautiful flick to the left, lands the first shot. He's been converged by two LDLC members, each one rocket to the face, trying to capture, and he manages to capture it because LDLC simply could not remove those last bars of HP. They spammed all their rockets in the build-up, and were not able to block him off once he just stood there going, "Hazi, bro, I shall capture your flag. Thank you kindly." So game point for COLWN at the moment. If they can pick up this defensive round, the COLWN Warping Nuggets will pick up game number 1 for the French seeding match. But can Drizzy do anything to prevent this? Once again, going to this bridge, and I don't like this. He is playing a bit more aggressively, though, using those walls on the left-hand side, trying to get the height advantage, and he misses his jump. He falls off over on the right-hand side. His footsteps will have been heard. So COLWN will know he's over on this side of the map. And I think Vision, there's the rockets coming out. There's the hop into sprint. Now he's gone close. Close race. Yes, lands the flick to the left. Great hit scan. The recharge is up. He's eaten one rocket to the face. He's managed to get himself caught in the corner, so that ends up costing him another bar of armor. One more hit is going to cost him his life, and he needs to capture it in the next 3 seconds. Unfortunately, as he jumps into the air, COLWN are victorious, jamming out to some epic background music. I really, really like that one. Pretty easy victory for COLWN at the end of the day, it must be said. Commanding performance. Gonna be, congratulating their opponents. So game number 1 goes to COLWN Warping Nuggets. That bumps LDLC down. Well, not bumps them down, but it gives them a loss on their name. And of course, this game, it is for seeding, alright? So, first place French will take on first place International. Second place French take on second place International. The interviews are running at the moment, so COLWN pick up the first victory. Let's actually see what the next game in our schedule is. Afternoon session. I have no idea. The next game is going to be LDLC versus ADK. ADK are in fact the team that won the online qualifier, alright? So they earned their spot in this game, in this tournament. And it's going to be the players of AKM, Landfoist, and Kryu, K-R-Y-W, I don't know how to say that. Landfoist in particular, his hit scan with that laser is immensely good. I watched him through the qualifiers, and did really, really well. So while we wait for that game to go live, I'm going to keep the stream on.